Have you ever wondered why some people escape poverty while others stay stuck, no matter how hard they work? Lagos hustle is real. Everyone's on the move, chasing something, but it's not just about hard work. It's about working smart. I used to be broke, overwhelmed, and tired of struggling to survive. Then, I discovered a few simple daily habits that completely changed my financial life. This isn't a get-rich-quick story. These are real habits that helped me escape daily financial pressure and build stability. Let me show you the daily practices that turned my money situation around, the same ones that can work for you, right here in Nigeria. The first habit is a game changer, and it's one that most people overlook. It's simple, but it can completely transform your relationship with money. Track every single naira you spend. Yes, every naira, no matter how small or insignificant it seems at the time. I used to think I was careful with money, but the first time I wrote down every expense, I was honestly shocked. I realized I was spending more than I thought, especially on things I barely remembered buying. Bus fare, snacks, sachet water. Those little things drain my money fast. It's easy to ignore the small stuff, but it adds up quickly, especially in a busy city like Lagos. I started using a simple notebook, jotting down every expense, even 50 naira for sachet water or a quick snack. It didn't matter if it was a big purchase or just a tiny one, I wrote it all down. At first, it felt like a chore, something I had to force myself to do, but after a few days, it became second nature. I started to look forward to reviewing my spending at the end of each day. If you prefer technology, there are free apps that make tracking expenses even easier. You can snap a photo of your receipts or enter amounts on the go so you never miss a thing. The more I tracked, the more aware I became of my spending habits. I could see exactly where my money was going, and it was eye-opening. I started to notice patterns, how much I spent eating out versus cooking at home, or how those just-this-once treats added up over the week. This awareness was powerful, because it showed me where I could make changes without feeling like I was missing out. I realized that some expenses were necessary, but others were just habits or impulses. By seeing them written down, I could decide what was truly important to me. Tracking my spending let me cut back without feeling deprived. I could still enjoy life, but I was making smarter choices. I started packing lunch for work, finding cheaper transport options, and thinking twice before making impulse buys at the market. These small changes made a big difference over time. I even got my friends and family involved. We started sharing tips and holding each other accountable, which made the process more fun and less stressful. Tracking my expenses finally gave me control over my money. I felt empowered, not restricted, because I knew exactly what I could afford. You can't change what you don't see, so start tracking even for a month. You'll be surprised at what you discover, and you'll be one step closer to financial freedom. The second habit that truly transformed my life was waking up with a plan. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Before my feet even touched the floor, I knew what I wanted to achieve that day. No more waking up and letting the day just happen to me. I was taking control, one morning at a time. I didn't need an elaborate schedule or a long list of tasks. Instead, I focused on just 3 simple goals for the day. And here's the twist. One of those goals always had to be a money move. That could mean anything that would push me closer to financial stability or growth. Sometimes that money move was sending out job applications, even if I didn't feel like it. Other days it was researching new side hustles, looking for opportunities that fit my skills and interests, or even just learning about a new business idea. On quieter days, my money move was as simple as reading a finance book or listening to a podcast about personal growth. Every bit of knowledge added up, and I started to see the world differently. Opportunities where I once saw obstacles. The key was consistency. Every single day, I did something, no matter how small, that moved me closer to my financial goals. Over time, these small steps built momentum, and I started to feel a real sense of progress. Before I started this habit, my days felt directionless. I'd wake up, drift through the hours, and end up feeling unproductive and frustrated. It was like I was stuck in the same place, watching time pass me by. But everything changed when I started setting intentions, especially making sure one goal was always a money move. Suddenly, my days had purpose. I wasn't just busy, I was productive, and every action felt meaningful. I realized I was no longer just surviving or going through the motions. I was actively working towards a better financial future, one decision at a time. That sense of progress gave me confidence and hope. Intention plus action equals results. When you combine a clear plan with daily effort, you start to see real changes, no matter how small they seem at first. Of course, some days were tough. There were mornings I felt tired or discouraged, but having a plan kept me focused. Even on the hardest days, I knew what I needed to do, and that kept me moving forward. So, here's my advice. Grab a notebook, your phone, or whatever works for you. Make it a habit to plan your day before it even begins. Every morning, write down 3 things you want to achieve. Make sure one of them is a step toward your financial freedom. Remember, small steps add up over time, and consistency is what creates real change. Start your day with purpose, and watch how your life begins to shift, one intentional morning at a time. Living below your means is a quiet superpower, especially in a city like Lagos where the pressure to keep up is everywhere. Here it feels like everyone's in a race, racing to have the latest phone, the flashiest car, the trendiest clothes. The city buzzes with ambition, and sometimes that ambition turns into a competition of appearances. I remember when I was caught up in that cycle. I'd walk past those shiny displays feeling like I needed to upgrade my life just to fit in. I chased the latest gadgets, the designer brands, and every time I bought something new, I felt a rush until the bills came. I was drowning in debt, not for my own happiness, but just to keep up appearances. Then I heard something that changed everything. The rich don't show off, they show results. That line stuck with me. I started to notice that the people I admired most weren't the ones flaunting their wealth, but the ones quietly building something meaningful. That shift in perspective was powerful. I realized that true wealth isn't about what you can show off, it's about what you can hold on to. It's about security, freedom, and peace of mind. It's about knowing you're not one emergency away from disaster. So, I made a decision. I started to simplify my life. I cleaned out my closet, let go of things I didn't need, and stopped buying just to impress others. It was freeing to realize I didn't have to keep up with anyone but myself. I learned to say no to things I couldn't afford, to invitations that would stretch my budget, to the voice in my head telling me I needed more. Instead, I started saying yes to what truly mattered. My goals, my peace, my future. It wasn't easy at first. Lagos is full of temptations. Everywhere you look, there's something new to buy, some new trend to follow. The pressure to spend is real, and sometimes it feels like you're missing out. But I found that when I focused on my goals, saving for the future, investing in myself, building skills, it became easier to resist those temptations. I started to see my money as a tool not just for spending but for creating the life I wanted. And in that process, I discovered something beautiful. I found joy in the simple things. Sharing a meal with friends, spending time with family, enjoying a walk in the park. These moments didn't cost much, but they meant everything. Living below your means isn't about depriving yourself. It's about giving yourself the freedom to breathe, to save, to dream bigger. It's about knowing you're building a solid foundation for whatever comes next. When you break free from the cycle of consumerism, you start to create real abundance. Not just in your bank account, but in your life. More time, more peace, more opportunities. So choose peace of mind over appearances. Choose to invest in yourself, your dreams, and your future. Your future self will thank you for every smart decision you make today, for every temptation you resist, and for every step you take toward real financial freedom. Make living simply your superpower. In a world that's always telling you to want more, dare to be content with enough. That's where true strength and true happiness begin. This habit is about investing in yourself. No money needed, just 10 minutes a day. For years I avoided finances because it felt overwhelming and boring. But my lack of knowledge was costing me. So I started small 10 minutes a day learning about money. I'd read an article, watch a YouTube video, or listen to a podcast during my commute. It wasn't about becoming an expert overnight, just building confidence bit by bit. The more I learned, the more empowered I felt. I started making smarter decisions, negotiating better deals, and exploring investments. There are so many free resources online that make money topics simple. Start small, be consistent, and watch your financial literacy grow. Knowledge is power, especially with money. Make learning a daily habit. Your wallet will notice the difference. This habit is about diversifying your income. Don't rely on just one source. I learned the hard way when I lost my only job. That fear pushed me to explore side hustles. I started small, selling phone accessories after work, then mini importation. Juggling a job and side hustles wasn't easy, but the rewards were worth it. Multiple income streams gave me security I'd never had before. Don't limit yourself to one paycheck. Explore your skills and passions. Find creative ways to monetize them. The possibilities are endless. You never know which side hustle could become your main gig. Start with what you have. Build your safety net. Financial freedom loves options. Mastering your impulses is key to financial stability. We've all been there, buying things on a whim and regretting it later. I used to fall for impulse spending all the time, so I started using the 24-hour rule: wait a day before buying anything over 2,000 naira. This pause helped me decide if I really needed it. Most times the urge faded and I saved money. Delaying gratification is powerful. Make conscious spending decisions that align with your goals. Shift your mindset, save first, then spend what's left. I used to save only if there was money left at month's end, but there never was. Then I learned to pay myself first, set aside savings as soon as I got paid. Even small amounts add up over time. I used the envelope method, then switched to savings apps for convenience. Make saving non-negotiable, like paying bills. Saving first is planting seeds for your future. Build your financial cushion now. If you're tired of struggling, change your daily habits. These 7 habits are your roadmap to a brighter financial future. Wealth comes from small, consistent actions. Track your money, plan your day, live simply, learn daily, hustle smart, control your spending, save first. Start today, your future self will thank you. Like, share, and subscribe for more real money wisdom. Wealth comes from